Hello, everybody. This is Pun the Frugal Streamer, and if you do not know, Twitch came out with their own broadcast software called Twitch Studio. It is currently in beta, and if you signed up for the program, you can get it now for free. You can test it and be involved in the feedback for it. So, I am going to give you a brief overview of Twitch Studio. I'll show you what it can do, what it can't do, and I will then go and show you how you can build your own custom live stream. Thank you to Own.tv for providing the Warfare stream package, and I will show you how to set up inside of Twitch Studio. If you want to check out Own.tv, make sure to visit their website. I'll provide a link down below, and I will also give you a link to the Warfare package that you can check out and see. It is Call of Duty Modern Warfare themed. I think a lot of people will like it since this game has come out. It's very popular, and this is a very good-looking stream package. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so this is Twitch Studio. When you open it up, you start it up and log into your account. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get a startup guide, a tutorial that will walk you through setting up your live stream, including scenes, your webcam, your microphone, any filters that you might want to add, such as a chroma key. It does it all for you. It is perfect for the new streamer. It may be quite basic for somebody that already understands OBS, but remember, this is not geared for somebody that's been streaming and has been using OBS and knows how to set up their stream that way. This is for brand new people coming in that have no idea how to really set up their live stream. So we'll go ahead and walk through the tutorial. So the first thing it'll do is it'll set your microphone up. You can go in and change your source if you have a source available. And then you can go and set up your webcam. Now this is my Logitech HD Pro webcam C920 that you have here. Very basic again. And then you can go and choose different layouts, including customizing basic things, including adding accent images to your follows. You can do basic backgrounds. You can kind of change the colors if you want to, based on your maybe a brand color that you might want to have eventually. So it's very simple and easy to set up. Here you can change wallpaper too, which is pretty nice. You got different selections down here that you can choose based on what you might like, what you may not like. Very simple though, nothing crazy. And then you're done. And so basically it sets you up with 3 scenes that you can then use for your live stream. And then here is where you can run your stream quality settings. So you can rerun a test here. If you're brand new, you'll be doing this for the first time. So here it's saying 720p 30. Okay, that's fine at 3 megabits. And you got to remember, my internet is terrible, so that's probably why it's doing that. You can go in and manually change those, and we'll just show you that here later. But here it goes and it sets up your basic scenes already here, including this little downtime just chatting that you have a video for, and it's pretty nice. Very basic stuff. If you want to edit a scene, you can double click on the scene, and then you have all the sources here that are involved in the scene, and the editing is over here to the right. Okay, so this is alerts. Alerts are automatically built into Twitch Studio. Basic alerts like the follow. It even includes little sound bites, which is nice. And if you wanted to add a border to it, you could add a border, if it was available. Here's a webcam, for instance. It has a border on it. You can go and edit the border. You can change the color. You can change the opacity, the size. If you wanted to, you can change the rounding of the corners to go totally square if you go all the way left, or make it almost a circle if you want to take it all the way to 100. Or you don't even have to have a border. You can just get rid of it if you want to. Get rid of it. Just hit the X, and you have your basic webcam. So this also supports. Let's see. You got a wallpaper. You got a webcam. You got a game capture source, just like it works in OBS. You can capture a game full screen and then show it here. You can also do a display capture, and you can also do limited support for capture cards. There is a list of capture cards, a very limited list. Some of the Elgato cards, some of the AverMedia cards. I think any AverMedia card that supports Stream Engine will work inside of Twitch Studio. There is a few Elgato cards like the HD60 Pro, HD60S I know are supported, but there's other things that are not. Okay, and this is a very limited list. And for instance, my CamLink 4K does not work inside of Twitch Studio. It recognizes it as a webcam source, but good luck trying to get it to work. It does not work at all. So I've hooked up my AverMedia Live Gamer Portable Light, or Live Gamer Light, whatever you call it. So it's an external capture card, just to show you that it does indeed work, and you could set this up for a dual live stream. All right, so that's really the basics. It's very simple. Now you do have settings over here to the right. You can click on your little icon where your login is. You have settings here where it shows your account. You can change the theme colors. You can go to your stream settings here, and this is where you can re-optimize your settings if you wanted to run the tune again, or you can change it manually to whatever you want, and it works well, including changing your bitrate and your encoder. Now, right now, this does not support the new NVENC. This NVENC here is the old NVENC, and you have X264. It's one of the things I'm not real crazy about with Twitch Studio is that even though you can select these different encoders, you can't really change any of the settings. You don't really know what the settings are. You don't know what your encoder preset is, whether it's in very fast, if it's in fast. If you have a nice CPU that can run a slower preset, you really don't have any choice to change that. You get what you get with Twitch Studio. So just keep that in mind. Again, just remember it's basic. You got audio. This is one of the nice things I like about Twitch Studio, is actually has some pretty robust audio settings. So here we have our microphone, which you can manually adjust the volume up and down. You can monitor your microphone if you wanted to listen to it. If you have a mono mic that doesn't feed left and right, only feeds one side, you can switch that to mono. You have a compressor built in right here that you can go and adjust the compressor settings. Right now, this compressor is running. You have a threshold setting that you can change the threshold. You have attack and release times, and then you have auto makeup gain, or you can do manual gain. Either way. Actually, this auto makeup gain works pretty well. You also have a noise gate, which you can turn on. Very much the same kind of settings as it is in the OBS Studio, where you have a open threshold. You have this hysteresis, which is actually your closed threshold. Okay, you have the attack and hold time, and then of course you got release time, and then you have a noise suppressor. Now I'm gonna disengage noise suppressor. I normally do not recommend you use a noise suppressor. OBS Studio's noise suppressor can get kind of janky if you add a lot of suppression, and it can really give you kind of like this tunnel kind of effect. So I don't normally recommend noise suppression unless you absolutely need it. Okay, but in here it actually works pretty well, and you have low, moderate, high, and very high. I would recommend using low or moderate first, see how you like it. But I like both of these pretty well. And so noise suppression here actually does a good job. So I would definitely recommend, if you're running your microphone, at a minimum, run compressor and run, if you need to, run suppression. I don't really need noise gate personally, because this microphone is, a dynamic microphone. Is not very loud. It doesn't pick up a lot of background noise. It does a good job at background rejection. So I don't typically need noise gate, but if you're running a condenser microphone like a Blue Yeti, something like that, you're probably going to need to use this noise gate. For the settings, you do have a couple other options here. You have dashboard that you can access here. You can go to your channel page on Twitch, which will bring up a browser and send it to you. And then you got your video producer manager, which of course sends you to Twitch for your video production. Other than that, you can do the hide video preview here if you're running high CPU. and you want to, or it's high GPU, CPU, you're seeing skip frames, you can shut down your video preview. All right, two more areas I want to talk about here in your settings area is recording and hotkeys. So recording is very simple. Here you can choose the file path where you want to save your videos to, and then you have a couple options that you can save recordings as. You got MP4 container and then FLV. Now for normally I would not recommend you record an FLV because it'll only support a single audio track. Normally I'd recommend MP4 or even MKV now with OBS Studio. But with here, you only got one audio track. I'd actually recommend you using FLV because then that's going to give you the ability to recover your videos. Say if this program crashes or something happens with a corrupted record, the uncorrupted data is still there and available, and you can use it. MP4, it's all or nothing. So definitely recommend using FLV. It's nice that they have that option. Hotkey support. This is nice where you can go in and you can set hotkeys and then use this on a remote app like Touch Portal or Stream Deck if you have a Stream Deck. But I would imagine if you're a new streamer, this would be something that would fit more for Touch Portal. Touch Portal's affordable for everybody. It's $10. Stream Deck's a lot of money, and normally you wouldn't see new streamers with Stream Deck. So, but you could get an app like Touch Portal that's free. Set hotkeys for starting and stopping your stream, starting and stopping your recording, changing scenes, that sort of thing. So it's pretty nice. Other than that is really a lot of the UI. Again, if you need to change something here, like I want to increase the size of my camera, you can do that. You can decrease it. If you want to crop it, you can select crop, and then you can crop your camera and then hit the check box, and then you can crop. So that's pretty nice too. Pretty easy to understand. You also have for your webcam chroma key support. So you can add a chroma key here. And what's nice here is they've given you a couple options here. Then this is a recent update with the most recent build of the beta is to auto detect your color. So let me reach back here real quick. I'll pull in my green screen and kind of show you how it works. And I will use the webcam now. So I'll crop this. Let me crop this. I'll move this down. So I got green screen. You can do the auto detect color, and it does a pretty good job. Right off the bat, it detects it. And voila, easy to do, right? You do have manual settings where you can then go in and edit the chroma key and do fine adjustments with similarity, edge transparency, and edge color correction. But the auto detect color actually works pretty good, as you can see. So pretty cool. So that is nice. That is a nice little feature that they did. A lot of people have issues making these manual adjustments, especially if you don't have good lighting. Let's see, what else? Layers. So if you want to add a layer to Twitch Studio, you have this UI that you can use here, and you got the different things. Now, what everybody's going to want to know is where are the capture cards at, because you don't see it here. You got embedded web page, which is a browser source. You got Twitch alerts, which is those default alerts they have built in that I've already showed you. You've got webcam, which gives you a nice list, and I'll show you. It gives you the device list here where you can actually select the different webcams. See, my cam link is right here. If I select that, it won't work. Even though I'm using it in OBS. If I were to turn OBS off, it still wouldn't show up, which is very frustrating. But so you do have webcams. You got color gradient, so you can add a color gradient. You got a solid color background if you wanted to make a solid color background or use it for in some way. You have media. This is where you would import your WebM files. You do have WebM support here, so for those animated overlays. Also for MP4s, if you have those formats, you can use that. You have images. You have a text layer here. Text, though, is one of the things that I'm kind of not upset about it, but I'm disappointed that it's limited the way it is. Currently, it only supports static text. It does not read from files. So if you use a Streamlabel program like the Streamlabs Streamlabel program, you will not be able to use your stream labels because you cannot read from a text file that's changing. This is something that I think they should have added with the game, because there's a lot of people now that want that, and it's easy to build, it's easy to do. It was so much harder to do back in the day. Now it's easy, and most streamers now, even starting out, want this on their stream. So where can you find the audio video capture devices? All right, screen share. All right, so screen share, here you can go and select it, and then you can change to different things. Here is capture cards listed. So you got full screen application. You got, this is this capture cards. Any capture card device that you would have available will show up in this list. Currently, I have this the Live Gamer Portable Lite hooked up. I do not have it actually hooked up to a monitor, and it's not cloned, so it won't show anything. But it is listed there, so you could add that to the scene if you wanted to. And then, so that would be your screen share. But that would be how you would set this up for a dual PC stream, by using the screen share and selecting your capture card. And the audio for that would play under your desktop audio here. It combines everything into one file. So all your music, all your alerts, all of everything that you could think of, minus your microphone, would show up under this PC app here on the bottom left, or the desktop app channel here on the bottom left. So just keep that in mind. And that's one of the big downfalls. Another big downfall with Twitch Studio is it doesn't support multi-track audio yet, but hopefully it will soon. Other than that, there's really not much else with the UI. It's very simple. Once you save everything, you can then go live, or you can record. You can either record the video here, or you can set up your stream or start your stream. If you start up your stream, you can go in here, click on this. This is your stream info. You can change the title. You can even tweet a live notification out if you connect your Twitter account. You can change the category, all the stuff that you would do to set up your stream. And then you hit start stream, and you're now live streaming. Likewise, if you wanted to record the video, you could record the video. Either way, that's how you would do it. Simple, very easy to do. And recording will use the same settings that you set for your stream in terms of bit rate and resolution and all that. So anyway, that is the basics of Twitch Studio. Very simple to use. That is their intention. It is not in depth with a bunch of settings, although the settings that are mostly needed, like audio filters, for compression and stuff like that, it is really nice, easy to use, and much needed. But right now, the text is a big issue for me. The webcam controls is a big issue for me, and the lack of ability to adjust your encoder presets is another one. There should be like an advanced setting there where you can bring in and adjust the individual settings, because right now you don't even know what you're set to. Even if you have a computer that can handle slower presets, you wouldn't be able to change it. All right, so now that we've walked through the basics of Twitch Studio, now let's show you how you can do a more robust scene collection using OwnTV's Warfare Pack. So we'll go ahead and we'll build a few scenes. We'll add some of the files that Own gave me to test and use for this video, and then you'll see just how nice of a stream you can have with these nice animated and static overlays files that they've given you. All right, so here is, let me switch over here. All right, so here is Twitch Studio, and what we'll do here, let me back out of this. What I've done here is I've added 3 scenes here. All right, simply just click on the plus sign. You can add as many scenes as you need, or you can rename them, edit, and then delete them. So I'll delete these ones I just made. All right, so I have a starting scene, a game scene, and an ending scene. All right, now what I've just done is I've gone in and renamed these. All right, so here is the starting scene. So what we'll do here, you have all your layers here to the left. And to just add a layer, you click the plus sign. You get the UI list of all of the different sources that you can add to your scene. So what we're doing here, we're going to add an animated background, a starting background. So I'm going to go to media because this is a video file. This is a WebM file. All right, so I'm going to type starting to rename this source so I know what it is, and then I'm going to go over here to the right, and I'm going to select browse to select the media file. You can go here, click the plus sign, and it's going to bring up your file manager window here. So this is something I want to show you about, or let you know about. Twitch Studio always defaults to image when you bring this up. It does not remember what your last setting was. So every time you go in here, you're going to have to select all or select whatever file type you're looking for. So when you hit all, here is the animated intermission banner. Now this is all the files that you get here for your overlay building. All the animated ones are at the top here, and then you have your desktop wallpaper and panels, and then stream alerts, and then all of these are all your static, your PNG files and your Photoshop files. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go into animated intermission banner. This is where your starting, your ending, your pause banners are. So I'm going to find the starting one right here. Now you have a starting blank. The only difference between the two is that one has social media, the blank one does not. All right, so let's click on the starting so you can see what it looks like. And then it is highlighted here, and then we'll select it. All right, and then you can resize this. A couple ways you can do this. You can just click and drag it and let it snap to position there inside, or you can go up here and manually type in the size. And you know, we're working at 1280 by 720 right now, so this is what I have set. All right, so this is the animated background. It's really nice. Here you can add a text file. Let's add a text file for social media. So here I will do my Twitter, and then I'll go here, and you have a couple different options for fonts. You don't have a ton, but I'm hoping they will add more here in the future. But you do have normal font control with, you can center it, you can left or right justify it, you can center it vertically or upper justify or lower justify in the box. And but what you would do here is you would, like I'm going to type in my Twitter handle, Frugal_streamer, and it shows up. Now this works very similar to OBS's old way of doing text, not the text GDI, but the old way. So it's kind of difficult to sometimes to get the text exactly the way you want it, but for the most part it works. All right, so here let's go ahead and drag this down, and we have Frugal Streamer right there. And then of course you would do the same for my Instagram and for my YouTube. Just add these. Now one of the things I've just learned is that they are adding the ability to copy and paste or duplicate sources in scenes. So right now you can't do that, so you would have to do all these manually. But that is coming. It's something that you can look forward to seeing here in the future. All right, so that's a simple starting scene. Very easy to set up. All right, so now let's go ahead and we'll save that. All right, so the next thing we'll do now is we'll go and we'll build a game scene. All right, so let's go ahead and double click on the game scene here, and then we have a couple layers we'll add here. We will do an animated media file. This will be a webcam frame. All right, so let's call this cam frame. All right, then we'll go to the right, select the media file, and here I have the webcam frame here. There's a couple different options you can get for different cam frames, including some graphics for social media, follows, whatever you want to put underneath a green screen if you're using green screen chroma key. But here I'm going to put a simple webcam frame in, and there it is. Let's see, we'll resize it right there. And what we'll do here, one of the things I recommend you do when you're building these scenes, if you get them set to where you want it, to lock it so that you don't inadvertently select it and resize it or move it. All right, so I have the webcam frame where I want it, so now I locked it. All right, so now let's add the webcam. So here you again, click on layers, go down in the source list to webcam, and you have a list pull down here of different video sources you can select. I'm going to select my C920, which I have right here, and it is optimized or set to 1280 by 720, which you can resize. You can do all kinds of different, it's not locked to that resolution, but you can, resize it as you need. So I'm going to put it right there, and let's drag this up, and then let's move this below the cam frame. There you go. And let's get it size in there. Not quite perfect yet. That should be getting in there pretty good. All right, so there you go. So here's the webcam. You got your cam frame. I'll go ahead and lock that. All right, it's about the only thing personally for me that I would add is a game capture and alerts. And then we would have a game scene. So here's screen share. This is where you will do display capture, game capture for full screen games, window captures, or capture cards. So let's go open the screen share. What I'll do is I'm going to pick a display capture here. Now, I recommend you use game capture if possible, but there are some games that the game capture for Twitch Studios having issues with. For instance, Battlefield 5, my main game, the game will crash every time. As long as you have game capture selected as a source and the program is up. So just keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go select this, and I'm going to go down here, and these are the display captures. So I'm going to select my monitor too. Let's put it all the way down at the bottom here, and there you go. So this is my second monitor for my gaming PC. So let's go ahead and lock that guy. All right. You can also hide these if you want to. You can click the eyeball and hide them or unhide them. All right. It's a nice little feature, much like OBS Studio. All right, so next layer we'll add alerts. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can use the alerts that Twitch Studio has built in, or you can use the alerts that come with your stream package. All right, so and that's what I'm going to do. But there's a couple ways that you can go about doing this. You can manually use the files that Own TV gives you, or if you are a Streamlabs user and you have, say, like me, I have the premium account, you can actually go in and they have all of this built into Streamlabs now. So you can actually select the alerts, you can select the full stream package, overlay package, and that is what I have done. So let's go to Streamlabs. All right, and then let's go to the alert box. And I've already got this set as my main alerts. If you wanted to do this manually, then you would go down here to the follows and to the subscriptions, each different type of alert you want to do, and you're going to go in and you're going to have to upload the image or the media file that you would do here, and then the sound file, which all comes with your package. Set the volume, set the duration, the delay, all that stuff. Or you could go to the theme library and select the alert package like you have up here for these different alert boxes. And, Own has the Warfare package right in here, so it's nice. And that's what I've done, is I've just imported it from the themes library. All right, so all you would need to do now is to copy this URL that you have here. So I've copied the URL. I will minimize that. And then what I will do here is make another layer, and then I'm going to go down to embed web page. All right, and this will be alerts. And this is the same thing as a browser source in OBS. All right, so here is where you would put your URL that you just copied. So I have Control V there. Now, one thing you need to do is you need to hit this purple arrow, okay? And then that will update the web source, and you'll see that it updates here, and you get Kevin's little head right here if you're using Streamlabs. If you're using Stream Elements or something else, I don't know what else you would get, but anyway, that will let you know that the URL is right, correct, and updated if you get the little symbol change there. So now here is your the size of the embedded web page. So you can manually change the size here, or you can leave it as is, or you can just click and drag it and resize as necessary. All right, so I'm going to do mine about right there. And then what we can do is we can test this. We can go back to the website and hit the test follow. And there's your alert. And it has all the sound files, everything already set to it, which is really nice. And of course, if you wanted to make this smaller, you could. Anyway, so that would be all the sources I would use for my game scene. All right, so let's save that. All right, now let's go to the ending scene. And here we'll do a static background instead of an animated. So we'll double left click on the ending. We'll go to the layers, hit the plus sign, and we'll go down to image. All right, this will be background again. And then you go over here to the right, and we're going to select an image. Now, fortunately, we don't have to change this because it's already selected to images. So we'll go back to files. We're going to go down here to the bottom. Again, stream intermission banners. These are your different types of offline, pause banners, all that stuff. So here is an ending banner. All right. So let's do ending banner 2. I'll select it, and then of course you can rescale it. This time I'll just use this. Let's do it 1280 by 720. And then you just move it and size it. So there is the static background that you can use. And then again, you would just add a text file. This time we'll do my YouTube. Tell I can type. Whew. And this one will be the Frugal streamer. And we'll do Franklin Gothic again. We'll center it. We'll make it 18. And of course you can change color, do all that stuff here if you wanted to. Let's make it kind of a gray. Something like well, let's do red. We'll do red this time. Why not? Just to show you can change colors. You can also do opacity on this. This little slider there is really nice. All right, so let's see. There you go. Now the border is kind of funny because you would think that it would be around the text itself, but it's not. It goes around the whole box. I don't know how useful that is, but it would be nice if you had a stroke kind of thing to go around the text itself. Anyway, so there you go. So there is a red one. I normally wouldn't do red. It would be white or gray, but just to show the color change you can do. And then you would just repeat the process for each of your social medias there, and then you have an ending display, which ending scene, which is nice. So let's save that. So that's just 3 ways that you can do these WebM files and these static files that Odin gives you for these various packages. And there's tons that you can select, all kinds of different themes, colors, variations that they have on the website. And like I said, if you use Streamlabs and you're a premium member there, you can get them all in the themes library. So very cool. So anyway, go check out their website. I think you will find that they have a plethora of styles that you could use for your own live stream. I'll provide the descriptions down below, and then you can go and just browse around and take a look. All right, so that's Twitch Studio in a nutshell. It's a nice program. It's a great program, really. For what it is, it's perfect for new streamers or streamers that don't want to get into the weeds with building live streams. They want to keep it simple and go out there and just stream. This is perfect for them. You can still do a lot of customization with this program, which is also nice if you want to, go a little further in updating your live stream. But I like what Twitch is doing. It is quite robust. It has a lot of features, but it needs some work too. Game capture needs work. The ability to add, a lot of different capture card options. NDI support, for instance, will be something that's really nice. The ability to read text from file. Those are just a few things that I can think of right off the top of my head. To be able to go in and control your webcam from within Twitch Studio. Right now, you can't do that. That's another thing that really needs to be worked on. The ability to go in and adjust encoder settings. Be able to choose a different preset for X264, for instance, or for NVENC. And it also, we need new NVENC support for Turing, because that's a big deal right now. So there is a lot of improvement that can be done to Twitch Studio, but I really like what they're doing here. The UI is good. It's simplistic. It doesn't need to be difficult. And even with what they have now, you can add all these nice features such as multi-track audio mixing, which they're looking at doing, without really screwing up the UI. It's there, it's good, and it works. So Anyway, that's really it for the video, guys. I appreciate you taking the time. This is a pretty lengthy video, but there's a lot to go over with this. And I do, again, appreciate Own TV for supporting this video and giving me the Warfare Overlay Pack so that I can then show it to you guys and see how it can work well even with a program like Twitch Studio. So anyway, guys, make sure you check out the website, thefrugalstreamer.live. You can also check me out on Instagram now. I will be uploading videos on Instagram along with YouTube and my Facebook page at The Frugal Streamer there. So thank you again for watching the video. I appreciate all the support, and I hope to see you come back. We'll see you later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.